got something to rant about.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of the General Rant.
Yes, fresh look into our lives. And
Yes.
what we're doing and what we're saying and thinking and breathing and loving.
Yeah.
And
caring
about and what I have lost and what Nathan has lost and what we will find in this journey throughout life.
Yes. How are you today, Callum? You always moan at me about never asking you if you're okay, but I'm going to kick off the podcast by asking, how are you? Are you all good? Are you living the dream?
No.
Oh.
I'm living a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
No, I feel quite rough.
Same.
I look quite rough.
You don't look quite
emotionally feel tired. I am. You notice that every podcast is basically me just saying I'm emotionally exhausted.
Yeah.
Well, I still am.
This is like your therapy.
Kind of. It would explain why I'm not feeling that much better every week, because this is all I can afford for therapy. Don't get free therapy anymore. I'm not at uni.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm off the bloody walls. I'm bouncing around like a bat.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good topic for what I'm going to be talking about in a bit, bringing bats into it.
In a cave. I don't even know what to say.
So me and Callum went to go watch the Leeds game yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, how are you?
I'm good. Feeling rough like yourself. I'm not that emotionally drained. I am a little bit, but you know, it is what it is.
Greyed.
I have.
Your emotional hair has gone grey.
Yeah, it really is. Actually, to be fair, I found this really nice shampoo. I say I found a really nice shampoo. I think Anisha, I think.
No, it's like LV, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's mine.
Is it yours?
Yeah.
I thought it was Anisha's. I thought it was Anisha's because it made my hair soft. I was like, do you know what? Oh, I'll get you another bottle of it. I do apologise, Callum.
No, that's fine.
I just thought, I quite like that.
It normally gives me a flaky scalp, so if it works for you,
it works for me. I'm feeling dandy and all flake free.
Nothing worse than having like a scratchy head. And you scratch it and then like a.
When you walk into a room, someone goes, "Oh, it's snowing outside," and you're like, "No, it's just me bloody dandruff. Just me big old bit."
I can't see those so much.
Yeah.
Me and Nathan went to, basically through my work, won like a Heineken package to go to like the
Not sponsored
VIP
by
tickets.
Heineken.
Yeah,
this podcast isn't. I'm just shouting that out there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a 3-course meal.
We had a 3-course meal.
Yep.
I had a delicious variety of beers.
Yes.
It was a free bar.
It was. Apart from they almost took my card to pay a tab, which would have racked up like £300.
Mate, I dread to think, because they were like getting wine, and obviously it's a 3-course meal as well.
Yeah. I was like, wow, imagine. Because we were.
I was like, that girl was a bit cheeky. She instantly was just like, "You want a drink?" We were like, "Oh yeah, please." She's like, "Card."
Yeah, well, I don't think she knew that.
Yeah.
You can't blame her. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's doing her job, and I respect that. Do you know what I mean?
I think you just fancied her.
I did. I don't know why. She wasn't like, she was attractive, but she wasn't like my normal type. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was, you know.
Don't know what your type is.
I don't either. Just like mostly weird shit, like people with tentacles.
And animated people.
Yeah, and animated people.
Yeah. No, it was, such a good day. Like, so we just booze whenever we wanted. The only thing I forgot about football is that you can't take drinks out onto the stands. Like, you can't drink beer in the crowd. Whereas when it's like rugby or whatever, like
cricket,
they invite you. They want you to be getting.
It's the hub for being smashed is cricket.
Do you think so? I'm not so sure. I think rugby's the most boozy. Maybe.
Yeah, rugby.
I think football, obviously, at the pub is.
That's boozy. That's boozy.
I guess pubs are quite boozy in general.
That's why they are called public free houses. Oh, what was public taverns or something like that? Is why we call them pubs.
Is it?
Yeah, there's like a reason. It's not just a random word. I think it was called like a public free house or like a public tavern or something like that we used to call them, and then we just shortened the word down to pub. Google it and find out the real reason. But there's a fact of the day with Nathan today. That's my fact of the day.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's like hubs That's what's hub short for. Hub is short for public.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Husbands
unite under bridges.
That's a little hub. There's a load of. This is a real hub. This is a real meeting place. It's where all the husbands meet on the bridge.
Yeah, we'll go do crack.
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was an amazing day.
Yeah.
Very cool. I felt quite drunk after about 8 drinks.
Yeah, I felt really drunk. When we got back to your work, I felt very, very
We
drunk.
were trying to sort of keep... Because there was quite an important guy there. He was like the head of like Heineken in like the north of England or something. And I was trying to have conversations with him, but I had to try so hard.
There's only so much you could talk about Heineken.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
it was tough. And then, I don't know.
To be fair, he was a good rep. He was just drinking like 0% Heineken.
Yeah, he was. He was on the brand. Yeah. Cool guy. Cool day. Really good game as well. 1-2-0.
2-0 win.
Which was brilliant. And yeah, it was a really fun experience. Now I know what it's like to be rich.
Yeah. I now want to be rich.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Because imagine living that lifestyle.
Yeah, imagine that's just your weekend plan.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to go to the game, get all free stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not free, you'd pay for it, but you'd be rich, so it might as well.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. If you were rich, would you eat takeout every day? Like, not like just disgusting takeout. I mean, like, would you like go and eat dinner out at a restaurant every day?
No, I think I'd just be... I don't know, maybe.
I think I would. Because you can get so many diverse things, do you know what I mean? Like, you could go to somewhere different every day. It'd be nuts. I'd love it.
You can't beat some home-cooked stuff, though, like Dolmio pasta pots, Nathan.
I'm going to have to I've got a Dolmio pasta pot for later.
Yeah,
but it's got bacon in it, so it's
got bacon in it.
It's got bacon in it. It's a goose bloody great in it.
But yeah, great day. I'll tell you what though, Nathan can tell the story, but we went to,
oh, is it the Pieminister?
I've begun to feel a little bit
we'd had
it's been a long day.
Yeah, we'd been drinking since about 11
half
o'clock?
11
half
really.
11. We probably had about eight pints by that point, maybe 7 pints. I think it was about that. It was quite
It had been like a pint an hour.
Yeah,
and they just kept topping it up.
Yeah,
I had wine.
Yeah, I had 2 glasses of wine. I had one white and one red. I really mixed the grapes.
Yeah, and
there was a lot of cheese as well. I ate a lot of cheese.
I'm feeling that today.
Yeah.
So I might be lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant. Like, I am not feeling. My stomach is feeling very dodgy today.
But we decided that after a few drinks at his work, we were like, let's go to get some food. We were going to go to Brewdog, but then we thought we'd go to Pieminister because it's cheaper and you get a pie, everything like that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So we ordered, and we had like a 45-minute wait because it was I think they were quite understaffed. We were like, because we were quite really drunk, we didn't really talk.
What was that girl said to us on the way? When we were like, she was like, yeah, it'll be about a 45-minute wait, and I was like, I can't remember what I said.
It was the weirdest thing, no, because it was weird. Because I thought that you were insinuating, oh no, we won't wait. Because you said something like, oh fuck this, no, it's fine. And I was like, wait, are we going? So I opened the door, and then you were like, no, we'll sit down. And I was like,
I can't even remember that.
And then I was like, all right, okay. So we sat down, like this 45-minute wait. We didn't really talk much because we were both like quite tired, hammered, if you know what I mean. Like, well, you definitely were, because I said to Callum was like, oh, I'm gonna go for a cig. So Callum starts rolling, and I can see his eyes going, right? And I was like, oh, do you know what, Callum, I'm gonna go out for mine.
And what I said, this is awful. I nearly fell asleep in the football match. At the end of I got to like the 39th minute, I was like, I just need to keep my eyes open.
To be fair, that first half did drag a little bit.
But I was itchy. You know when you've just had a few beers and you're kind of cold and you're like, if I just sleep, I can get through it.
Yeah.
My eyes kept going. I was sat next to this important rep man, and I'm also been treated to a VIP thing in Leeds, and I knew that would be the time that like a camera would pan. And they'd be like, that dickhead.
Yeah, what a little southern bastard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They'd know I'd summoned.
Yeah.
For a foot of game.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, carry on.
And then I was like, oh, I'm going to go for a cig. And I literally I got outside and I watched you, right, have your eyes open with your filter and your Riz in your hand. And then you just dropped. And I was like, right, I'm going to finish this fag. But I was about halfway through the fag. And I got to the window just outside of our window because I knew, I was like, that lady's going to come with our food. And she did. And she was stood there. She was like talking to you. She was like, excuse me. And Callum was just passed out. And I come back in. I come back in and I was like, excuse me, I'm really sorry. Are you bringing the table over there to the guy that's asleep? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, he's my mate. Go on, we'll just get the food. So then I like shook him and you were like, oh. And you did that thing where you were like, you weren't really awake for a second. And she put the food down and you were like, oh, is it here now? Oh, where am I? And then you like turned around and you just went, oh, I'm really awake now. No, I'm really awake. I'm awake. And then you started talking to her about she always killed your sister or something like that, like a year before.
I'll tell that story after this.
But then like it was mental. Like Callum was like you just woke and you were fine then after that.
You were fine. Mate, sometimes I just need a little bit of shut eye.
I was like, oh Jesus, it was. But we both won a free pie.
We did. They have pie scratch cards, and the day before that, I won. Because I went there 2 days in a row. I won a 10% off my next pie. So I was.
So why didn't you use it yesterday then?
I didn't have it with me.
Well, that's the
problem.
That's the problem.
No, that girl who worked there though. Shout out. She.
I bet her name's Cara. She looked like a Cara. Is that a weird thing to say?
I don't know, really.
I was really annoyed about what you said after the meal.
What are you talking about?
The blonde one that came and took the bill, and then I was like, because we were just splitting it down the middle, and you said something like, oh, it's this much, and she was like, oh no, it's this. And I was like, oh, she knows what she's doing. It's her job. And you just went, stop being such a pervert. And I was like, what do you mean? I was literally just, and then it got really awkward because she probably like looked and was like, oh, he does this a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe he was trying to be weird. And I was like, I wasn't trying to be weird. I was just saying like, she knows what she's doing, Callum. I'm sure she's done it before. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm very sorry, Nathan.
No, it's okay.
That other girl was the one who nearly poisoned my sister.
Yeah.
Though. And, well, actually she did. So my sister has some allergies and stuff. She can't have, like, dairy stuff. And we went in there and they do vegan pies, which are obviously brilliant. Since they don't have any milk or anything in them or dairy stuff. So my sister ordered one of them and then was like, oh yeah, I'll have the mash with that, please. And they gave her just normal buttery mash when she'd ordered a vegan pie, which I thought was very odd because you just if somebody orders something that's vegan, you just presume they would only want things that are also vegan.
Yeah,
that's a strict code, isn't it?
Yeah.
So my sister had like one bite of it, and she was just like, oh, like my throat's feeling really funny, like. I just spiked myself and I cut my hand earlier on a bit of glass and stubble just went inside the cut. Anyway, my sister had like one bite of this and was like, this is wrong, and then I was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, I think you've given my sister the wrong mash. It's the wrong mash, Gromit. And he like ran over and she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And but by this point I'd eaten my part like in all this drama because I was I was stressed out, stress eating. So I was like, are you okay? Like if you could see what I was doing right now, you'd know what I'm on about. So I did. She like came and she was like, right, she was like, you both get a free new pie. And I'm like, well, I'm not allergic. This hasn't affected me in the slightest, but I will have another pie if you insist.
Yeah.
So we got to keep that pie that my sister had as well.
Nice.
We gave that to the homeless guy, so that was nice. But yeah, I was like, but then we were having like, I think they were doing like Long Island iced teas in there and stuff like that, and we would just. They were like, look, just have whatever you want. I think they were basically like, please don't complain.
Yeah, don't sue us, yeah.
like whatever you do. So yeah, we ended up spending about 50 quid because the drinks in there are really expensive, but we were just absolutely rinsing it. And then this girl was the same one who, I think it's when I was like tired and I just woke up. I was like, oh, you're the one who. I was like, do you remember like the mash at one pie? And the girl who was allergic, and she was like, yeah, I do. I had like a warning about it.
Yeah, she got in like real big trouble about it or something like that.
I mean, to be fair, as you should. Like, you did nearly. Yeah, you could have killed her.
Fucking stupid bitch. No, I'm joking.
Just a pie, Nathan. I think I said something to her at the end, like when we were leaving. I was like, oh, thanks for not. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was I said.
It was probably something weird, to be honest.
Yeah, it was probably something weird. I was like, thanks for the mash or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you got so much bloody banter.
It was really funny.
It was.
Yeah, and that was fun. And then went back, and then, I made a fool of myself at my workplace, which I do quite often now. And then we just got on the scotches.
Yeah, we did get on the scotches, and I got very depressed.
Yeah,
I got. My dad texted me this morning asking me if I was okay because I texted him a really sad message, and it was like, and then I text Liv a really sad message as well.
Were you just going through contact?
And I was like, I need somebody to help. And I didn't know. I was just like, I was really drunk, and when I drink scotch, sometimes I will get into a very depressing episode.
Yeah, it does make me very depressed.
And
stuff it down with some brown.
And then when we got home, we had a sleepover on the couch. That was nice.
I want to make it quite clear that we and Nathan weren't anywhere near.
We were on different couches, sofas. But we started watching a horror film, and
did we?
We did. You fell asleep. We started watching Sinister.
Of course, I fucking
and then
did.
This weird
Ethan
bitch
Klein.
like. Yeah, Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Klein.
You fell asleep, and I was like, "Oh, I'll man through this." And this woman started crawling out of a box, really weird, and I was like, "Nope, I'm done." So I started watching Looney Tunes.
That's nice.
Yeah, we could. And then you didn't even eat your pizza sub that I put in the oven for you.
Did you have a bite of it?
Oh no, you must have had a bite, because I definitely did not have a bite of that pizza sub.
I didn't. I don't think I did, but I woke up and there was teeth marks in it, and I was like, did I eat?
Well, I had my own pizza sub, Callum.
Well, I'm a bit concerned if somebody came in the night, probably Harry, came in the night. A bit worried about that now. I still ate it. I ate a bit of it this morning, but I just woke up and it was like Louis Theroux, and it was on like a porn documentary, and I turned around and on TV it was.
Is that what was? Oh, I thought you turned on.
And I was just like,
Sometimes that's the best thing to wake up to in the morning.
Well, I had it. This is the second time now. So when I was watching Louis Theroux the other night when I went to sleep, and I got woken up with a shriek of an extremely autistic child on his show. It was like. Because it was my laptop. It was on quite loud, but it was like it went through me.
Screech,
it was like a weird, like really horrible scream, and I woke up in a panic. I was like, "Oh God, what the fuck's happening?" Like I thought like something going on in the house, or somebody was outside, or in the room. I was just like so concerned, and I looked, and it was obviously this, and it was fine. Great documentaries. We've been watching them all. We're watching quite a few of them.
This morning,
they're really brilliant.
Yeah, they are brilliant. Well documented. And Louis Theroux always asks the important questions.
He asked questions in a kind of innocent way when he's kind of taking the piss out of some of the people. Yeah. And I think that's really good and important, and they are funny. I've laughed more at them than I do at some supposed comedies.
Yeah,
comedy specials.
Comedy specials.
There's that guy on the alien one who's like, "I am calling. I am the planet dog, and I am and then he was like, feel my chest.
And he was like sweating.
He was like sweaty, hairy chest, and he's
That's
like,
so
"Oh God."
weird. That's so weird.
I'm gonna put a link to it in the bio, because you can just see this clip of the alien guy where he's just like,
and he had crazy weird future hair.
And he looked like the vicar out of Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the
Were Rabbit.
Yes,
he did.
Right, when he's holding like the two
I
marrows.
watch that film now. We should watch that film later.
Right, Insidious and then Wallace and Gromit. It goes like that.
Okay.
Wallace and Gromit's calm you down.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Curse of the Were Rabbit is a fucking scary film.
Is it?
I got scared shitless watching that as a kid. It was the face of the rabbit.
The face of the
rabbit.
animated rabbit.
Yeah.
Scared you.
Yeah, my brother never used to watch Flushed Away because the toad scared him.
Le toad.
No, that's Le Frog.
Frog.
That's Le Frog.
This is my French cousin. Le Frog. I fucking love Flushed
Let's
Away.
see, what about dinner? We leave in 4 hours.
I love that film. It's brilliant.
Action poses. We surrender. No, you idiots. They're kung fu
It's
thing.
like they have like the flippers on and they're just the way they walk. Like, it's so good. I like that a little grandma's like, oh, Tom.
A lady with big undies.
Who does the voice for
Hugh Jackman?
James?
Hugh Jackman, and I'm not even lying to you. No, it is Hugh Jackman. Ian McKellen is the Toad. I don't think it's Kate Winslet. I think it might be Kate Winslet that plays Rita.
Wait, Flushed Away.
Roddy is Roddy St James. Was it Roddy or Roddy? I thought it was Roddy.
As if that's got a 6.6 on IMDb.
Mate, that film got rinsed, mate. But it's a classic. It's an instant classic, and it is Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen. Is it Kate Winslet? I want to know.
That is so weird.
He's Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Oh, and Bill Nighy. He plays the one who worked in the dandruff factory.
Yeah.
Keep your legs straight when you hit the water. And he's like, I'll keep my legs straight, Spike.
Andy Serkis is Spike.
Yeah.
Shane Ritchie, Kathy Burke.
There's some big Hollywood names in there.
Miriam Margolyes.
Yeah.
I love Miriam Margolyes.
She's nuts. She's absolutely batshit.
John Motson, the football commentator. I didn't know this had such an elite cast. I want them to do what they've done with Cats, where they superimpose.
Oh
these people's
God!
faces
Imagine
onto
if
the
they
cat.
did that. That'd be absolutely horrendous.
Can you imagine Hugh Jackman's face on Roddy?
Roddy St James saves the day.
I thought for ages it's Ronnie, so that's
No.
a shame.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, we've been doing that, and you said earlier on, Nathan, you had something to rant about. Now,
Yeah.
of course, you had something you wanted to talk about.
Well, it's more as a rant and a discussion, but I want to start it off with a little bit of a question of sport, even though there's no sport involved in the question.
Okay. I'm narrowing it down.
If you were like a mythical creature,
Oh, God, yes.
what would you be and why?
I would be a centaur.
Why? Because you have a giant penis.
So I get
Unless you were the other way around.
Maidens. No, if I'm a mythical creature.
If you're a centaur, I'd definitely ride you.
Oh.
But they are the ones that are the half man,
No, I
half
tell you,
horse.
no, I'd be a giant sea creature, and I'd just cause misery by sinking ships. Like I'd like to
the
just
Kraken.
Too many arms for me. Like
Davy Jones.
What about?
Do you feel death?
What about maybe a giant shark? I'd like to be a merman. I'm with all the cool hot mermaid women. Like
We have no mermaid dick, so you can't really take it for a test drive. Do you know what I mean?
Take it for a test drive.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do have. I'm sure mermen have a.
Right.
How else would they mate?
Well, in like the sea, they like fishes just spray their spunk, and then it like the other fish swims through it.
Imagine being a fish and you just get smacked in the face by a bit of whale cum.
That's how they do it. Do you know what I mean? They've got their own thing.
The biggest.
And you'd have to
bukkake
give
party ever.
and you'd have to give birth as well. If you're like a seahorse type one, you'd be the
No,
one.
I don't want to be one of them. I just want to be a cool merman. I don't know. So either merman or I don't know. Maybe a centaur. I don't know. I just got a random shiver. I was thinking about mermaids. I think I need a little bit more time. You can't just bring that kind of question on somebody unnoticed. What would you be?
Well, because I started watching the Castlevania TV show, the anime, because the new season came out. I was thinking vampires are pretty cool, and then I was thinking that werewolves are even cooler, because I then realised vampires are actually fucking terrible. They are absolutely horrendous, and they have every
Why do vampires
weakness.
suck?
Why do
literally.
Yeah, they suck the life and blood out of just themselves with how shit that they are. They can die from anything.
Oh.
Okay, they have some cool superpowers. Like they have like a bit super strength, super speed. Some of them can just turn into a bat, which is where that was coming from earlier. They can turn into all that, but they step outside.
Like a bat out of hell.
If they step outside in the sunlight, they die. They can't kill you in your own house without asking permission to walk into your house first. And when have you just got a random stranger on the street coming into your house? You know, the only way that you'd actually make any kind of killing as a vampire is if you had a side job as like a plumber.
That'd be a great TV series. I've come to fix your pipes. I'm a Swedish plumber. I've come to fix your pipes. I don't know. I don't think vampires suck that bad.
I mean, they're not as cool as Castlevania makes them out to be, because they can run around in the sun and be all cool and shit like that. But
doesn't all mythical creatures have like a dumb way to die though? Like werewolves, I'm pretty sure is silver.
That's a silver bullet. But how many people do you know that has a pure silver bullet?
I don't know.
But how many people go out in the daytime?
I don't know many people with a gun, to be fair.
Exactly. So if I was a werewolf in England, I'd be chilling. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If I was a vampire, forget about that.
Well, it's quite dark in this country. Yeah, no, what you want to be is you want to be a vampire in like the Arctic, where there's a part of the Arctic where there's like 23 hours of darkness a day. And then you pretty much be like a normal. You just wake up, go to your vampire school.
You are immortal though as a vampire, but like it being impaled by a spike, like a metal spike doesn't kill you, but the wooden ones do.
Yeah, but I've always quite liked the idea of with vampires, which is like then you have like vampire, you get your like vampire wife or whatever, and then you just live in eternity together. I think it sounds quite cozy.
And I'm also looking at more weaknesses as well. One of them is hepatitis.
Oh, of course. I guess they do suck a lot of blood.
that kills vampires.
I guess they'd want you to take some kind of test, wouldn't they? Or maybe they can sort of filter it out. Vampires are quite clever, from the ones I've met anyway.
And they're killed by werewolves as well. So, fire. You couldn't be a smoker and a vampire at the same time, because you'd be fucked. Yeah, the invitation.
Fire is a weakness.
Yeah, of vampires. Yeah.
Fucking hell, they don't have it easy. I was a vampire for Halloween.
Yeah.
For Halloween last year. Now so I think I look quite good. I had my cape. Got my like cloak on as well. I looked awesome.
You did look pretty cool as a vampire, actually.
Well, I've just been looking at other mythical creatures, and
I was mainly doing this segment as well because of the Invisible Man's out as well.
Ooh.
And we can talk about how shit the Dark Universe is as well.
Yeah, we can do. I'll tell you what, so these are just some of the other mythical creatures. A unicorn.
I would be a unicorn. Imagine having that big old pole on your head.
Fairy, werewolf, sphinx. I'm not sure that's really a mythical creature, is it?
Well, it is. It's the head of a man and the body of a lion.
Quite cool. A yeti. Good shout.
I could be some yetis. Do you know what I mean?
Did you ever watch Tintin as a child?
The one with the guy with the black beard, the captain.
Yeah.
Captain
Haddock.
Yeah, that geezer. Yeah,
mate. He was a
Captain
hipster with a beard well before
hipsters.
All these cronies came about. Loch Ness monster. Shit. Leprechaun.
Leprechauns are real.
A griffin. Centaur.
I'd be an imp actually. An imp is a pretty cool thing to be. They're just like little demon things. They just kind of just play practical jokes on people. Would you ever want to come back as a ghost as well? If you had to. If someone was like...
Well, if I had to, I wouldn't have a choice in it, would I?
Okay, fine. Okay, but if you could choose...
Sorry, I snapped at you.
If you could choose permadeath, or you could come back as a ghost and haunt people for the rest of eternity, what would you do?
No. Once I'm done on this earth, I don't want to be coming back anyway.
I'd be.
Don't try and bring me back, Nathan. Don't try and do some Frankenstein stuff.
Okay.
No, I definitely wouldn't want to be haunting anybody unless I really didn't like them. I would have a list. I've got a big... If I was to come back and haunt people, boy oh boy. It'd be boring just haunting people you didn't really know. You don't know them. You want to be haunting people that you don't like.
Yeah.
Whoa, you owe me £5.
Yeah, you could... we had that discussion with that taxi driver yesterday about Egyptian mummies. Do you remember that? Yeah. He was like, He was like talking about why would you get buried with gold and money?
Oh, we had the best taxi driver yesterday, and he was like,
we met some great people yesterday.
Yeah.
In the first part of the morning.
Yeah, the first part was good. Second part got a bit weirder. Nathan got trapped in a toilet with somebody.
Yeah, I did. Oh my god, yeah. I had one of those mirrors that you could see people's penises in, right?
A penis mirror.
yeah. Like, and he walked into the cubicle, and my knob was just out, and he looked. I know that he looked at it. Do you know what I mean? There's no way in hell.
It's so huge that it's difficult not to see.
To be fair, it wasn't a small one. Yesterday, it wasn't a small day. It was an okay day. It was a day that I could go, huh? Fair dues.
Get a load of this.
Get a load of this.
I'll tell you what other mythical creatures there are. Gnomes.
Oh, gnomes are pretty cool. They're a cool race to play in Dungeons and Dragons.
Troll. A hippogriff.
Wow, I've never heard of that before.
Oh no, they're pretty awesome. I've seen these before. I've seen them in Leeds. It's like sort of
that doesn't
wolf eagle creature.
Nice.
It's got cloven hooves. Mate, I want to be one of them. Okay. That's the shittiest thing I've ever seen. Someone has literally just got a bird and attached a horse to it.
A donkey.
Yeah. Oh my. I'll tell you what, I'm down for that. Or a hippo. But I mean, that, to answer your question, is what I would be. I would be a hippogriff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but so you think you'd be an imp?
I would definitely be an imp. That'd be quite funny.
Well,
I mean, you die really easily. Like, all you have to really do
suck.
is like, you just got to trap them in a jar and then just let the oxygen just run out, and then I'll just suffocate. But or like you could just flick me against a wall or something like that, or like hit me with a brush and I'm dead. I mean, I'm just a red spider. Is really what I am. Or
but
like
you wouldn't be an invisible man.
I would. Imagine all the shit that you could do if you were invisible. And they did that film. I want to go see that with you, actually.
Yes, I really want to go and see it. So
apparently it's
that
really
is, it's the Dark Universe. Which
the
is
Universal.
Because they have all the rights to all the old stories, which I think are amazing. Like, some really cool ones.
Yeah, but they're doing it wrong.
And they are brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, they've done
the Mummy wrong.
Yeah.
They should have just not done the Mummy as that.
That is because it's a huge franchise, though.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a kind of like fantasy. Indiana Jones plus more. I mean, Indiana Jones itself has got curses and tombs and all that stuff. So I mean, actually, it's not really that different. Yeah. It's just basically Indiana Jones.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Weird alien people.
That was quite weird. I have chosen to forget about that film.
Yeah, they're making a fifth one.
They are. I'm looking forward.
I wonder how much more Harrison Ford can actually take. Do you know what I mean? Like he's getting old. Like he is in his 70s now.
He's so rich.
Yeah.
He's so rich. He has a great
all
lifestyle.
Those Star Wars royalties.
Yeah, it's got something like from the original trilogy, he makes like 1% of all franchising from that,
which is multi-billions.
Well, yeah, because like every toy that gets sold, he earns like a few pence from that. And then that's like every Lego set, every film.
And they charge an extortionate amount for Lego.
Every comic book. It's insane.
Yeah, so there's Mark Hamill and rest her soul as well.
Yeah, of course, Carrie. But yeah, no, the Invisible Man looks brilliant. But yes, the Dark Universe. I think this is what they've done is really smart though. Where they've basically been like, we're going to give it to a company which has got a proven track record of dishing out really good films. Because they're the ones who've done Get Out, the same production house. It's also the one that did the Purge films. I didn't like the first one, but the second Purge movie I think is brilliant.
I did an audition for the fourth Purge movie. Did you know that?
Were you? Was it in London or something?
No, it was over film. I never heard back. It was over self-tape.
Oh.
I had to put it through an email. Never heard anything back. They were like, nothing. Radio static.
But yeah, and then it only had a budget of $7 million.
I think they should have lower budgets for films.
Yeah, I do. I think
unless it's like a heavy CG.
I've noticed though that like the lower budget films tend to have better CG because it's more wisely used.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be used as kind of
because I feel like in
The Hobbit, for example.
Yeah.
Like that film
It's literally all CG.
Is literally all CG, and there's no like in comparison to like the old Lord of the Rings films, which was heavily prosthetics and things like that, which made the orcs feel real. Yeah. It just looked too glossy on the.
I think it looks really good. This film, really, really good. The whole concept as well is really scary. Like, if you ever felt like you're not the only one in a room when you are on your own.
Yeah,
that's a horrible feeling. Like, sometimes I just get it. I get it quite a bit at work. If I'm like in the cellar or something like that, and then and you just feel like a bit of a chill, like up your spine, and like, ugh. Get out of here, invisible beer drinking ghost. Stop it.
The invisible alky.
Yeah. Just stumbling about, like, you just see bottles falling all over the place. But yeah, no, I really want to watch that. And I'm hoping this will turn the corner because, like I said, they've got, the Dark Universe. It was meant to be Johnny Depp was meant to be the Invisible Man as well.
Yeah, really smart casting choice. Get the highest paid celebrity of all time to play the only character in the film that you don't need to see his face for or hear him speak.
Yeah.
So, you might as well just not cast anybody for that role and just use, and save yourself some money. But it's okay. They've changed it now and it wasn't Johnny Depp. Because they had that big photo where they had like Russell Crowe, who was playing Jackal, Mr. Hyde. And then there was like Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise. Who else? Is Al Pacino in that photo? I don't know. I would like to see a good Frankenstein film though, because they've released some really bad Frankenstein films over the years.
Yeah, I mean, what was that one that was like the wife of? You know that? Have you watched that Frankenstein one? It's got Helen Bonham Carter in it.
The one with Daniel Craig.
It is
not Daniel Craig. No. Daniel Radcliffe.
It's terrifying. I got proper scared watching that film.
What are you talking about?
Helen. So, it might be the Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, Frankenstein's Bride.
Maybe. It's not a well received film. No, that's not it.
Yeah, that's from the 40s.
Helen Bonham.
Oh, that was coming up straight up. Those cookies are really doing their job.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, because that was just based. I've read the book.
Have you? It's terrifying.
The book is terrifying.
It's like if you look at the monster, like he brings her back to life.
Oh God, scary. Jesus!
Yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely terrifying. Where's the bloody monster? It's not the worst film ever. Yeah, it looks like that. It's horrible, man. It's actually quite scary. And make that the image. That one, I'm gonna have bloody nightmares. So anyway, they've got Dracula. That Dracula Untold film is technically a part of this.
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed that film, and no one else did, and I actually really liked it. Like, there were some really cool, like, just moments. Like,
I've heard it is good,
jumps off of a bridge and then turns into a load of bats, and I thought that was pretty cool. The vampire at the beginning, the Dracula.
So vampires are cool.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just that one bit, and then there was a cool like looking vampire, where the original Dracula, who like gave Vlad the Impaler his powers, but he could kind of go outside. But he couldn't at the same time, is what I can remember. Like there's a whole point of it where he can't really go outside much because it starts to hurt him. But then at the end of the film, he's just walking through the street in daytime.
Is it in modern day or something?
Yeah, and then it's in like modern day, and then you see the original vampire, so the original Dracula, who was actually dead, sat there going like, "The games begin." And that was it. And I was like, "Oh, well, what's the point? Fucking vampires."
Okay. So there's Dracula, Frankenstein, like we just said. The Mummy, which I feel they could just do a really, like a low budget one. I think that'd be cool. Imagine this. It's it's a mummy's crypt that's in a museum and it comes to life at night and it starts just doing mummy things.
Or, even better, a well-told story of a daughter, a son, and their mother.
The Mummy. The Mummy 3D, and it's just them in Starbucks or something, getting a coffee.
Go like doing the school run and all that, and it really shows the hardship of what it's like to be like a single mum. Do you know what I mean?
This mother needs loving, but no one's there to do it.
So she takes it upon herself to look after these terrible twos.
Well, this terrible twosome tear this family apart. But wait a second, there's a dad. The daddy.
And then the dad is the invisible man.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll just marry them together. Oh dear.
Oh, that hit me in the nuts.
Okay. The Wolfman.
Yeah. I feel like that could be really good.
It could be, but it also seems a bit shit.
And they should do it in...
I'm a wolf. What's so special about that?
What's so special about being a vampire?
Get over it. And the Creature from the Black Lagoon, that's the one I really, really, really would like to see.
I'd like to see Jekyll and Hyde, though. I would
scary.
like to see Jekyll and Hyde. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I think it could be done well, but you just know, like I said, even though they've done a good job with this film, apparently, you just know that they turn it into some like unnecessary action thriller, don't you? Like Jekyll and Hyde is a really kind of self-contained story, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Maybe then not Jekyll and Hyde. Maybe we would just. I could see a Wolfman.
I'd like to see it.
Wolfman would be a good horror. Like if they use like the original kind of practical effects like they did in the last film, and then they had like a little bit of extra CG just to make it look a little bit more real, and then they just had like a really cool like they could do it like serial killer vibes, like a thriller type.
Have you ever seen Dog Soldiers?
No, I've seen Toy Soldiers though, and that's a
nothing to do with it.
The Gorgonites.
It's a British film, and it's basically like most people, because you know, like there was the original Predator film, and then all the sequels to Predator have been god awful, or like the
except
reboots
for
and
Predator.
Stuff.
the Predator film, Predator.
Oh,
not
the Predator.
Not the original Predator film, but the one that came out after.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
Predator.
Actually. But Dog Soldiers is like apparently the next best, and it's got a very similar kind of theme. They're getting hunted by these werewolf soldiers, and it sounds daft, but I've heard it's great. I think it's called Dog Soldiers anyway. Yeah, 2002. It's only got 6.8 here, but I've heard very good things, and apparently the things are actually quite fucking freaky as fuck.
It looks good though.
Yeah, it looks cool. Like these weird like fucking dog wolf creatures. So that's something to watch. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to seeing them do that. I always like. I mean, to be honest with you, I think everyone's trying to squeeze a film franchise out though, aren't they? Like they are desperate to get it all together. Like as soon as the Marvel thing started working, they were like,
well, and DC were like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm excited for the new Batman. I really like the look of it. I really like the look of the Batmobile. It looks proper like old school, like from like the animated series type Batmobile. And then they've got like the cool little transforming parts of the suit, which I always like the tech suits over the because I feel like I affiliate the cotton suits with just Adam West, and I can't take a Batman like
shark spray.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Or
which
like
is actually a thing.
Yeah, and like the shark puncher as well, like the little boxing glove. That's what I affiliate with. But when you got like a more tech kind of like I liked Ben Affleck's Batman, but because it was like that weird.
Me and Sam used to find videos of old Batman dumb shit and just send it to each other all day. Like, and there's one that's like a bee bomb. It was absolutely insane. But I think, should we begin to wrap up with what we've been watching, listening, reading?
Yeah.
I'll kick it off. I've been listening to Conan Moccasin, who's a New Zealand guitarist and multi-instrumentalist, and he is really, really good. He's got a few like fucking amazing like proper chill tracks, which I love. I've been listening to the Lemon Twigs.
My favourite type of lemon.
Yeah, because they're also amazing, quite a retro-y vibe. I've been listening to some Stooges, Iggy Pop.
Wow, some Iggy.
I love Iggy Pop. He's such a funny guy. I listened to a really good podcast with him the other day, And I've also been listening to the Alabama Shakes. Shakes. They're amazing. I really like them a lot. And that's been pretty much it. As per usual, I'm still reading 1984 because I'll never finish that book. I think I've just given up on it now. And when it comes to stuff I've been watching, as I've said earlier, Louis Theroux has pretty much been all I've been watching all week. That's been... I've got to get through this, you know?
Oh, fuck.
I gotta get through this. 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 I've also had Mother Lover by
Lonely Island.
Yeah, it's stuck in my head all week. If doing it is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yeah.
Every Mother's Day needs a mother's night.
Maybe it's because Mother's Day is around the corner.
Oh.
I don't know.
It is around the corner. But anyway, you go. What have you been listening to?
We listened to... I said on the last podcast that's never going to be released because it was pretty shit. But the...
What? Everything we do is perfect.
Oh, yeah, we do it all in one take. I started listening to Billie Eilish. Really good. Like, albums. Really, really great artist. Really like her as a person as well. I think she's really lovely. And watching a shit ton of porn. No, I'm joking. I've been watching Castlevania today. I finished Alton Carbon season 2, and sorry, I I was reading the comment more than the image. And finished Alton Carbon season 2, which was phenomenal. It wasn't as good as the first season, but it was still pretty damn special. And if no one's watched it, go give them both a watch. They do something really cool at the end, which was really impressed with. And finally reading up on filmography, like filmography, like how to film things.
Yeah,
I've just been reading the director's book for things and things like that. So yeah, that's pretty much my life in a nutshell at the minute. I am quite hungry, so we can wrap up this, and I'm gonna make some pasta.
You're gonna wrap it up, and then you're gonna wrap up some food.
I'm gonna wrap it up like a bloody condom.
Well, that's enough for us. Thank you very much for listening, as per usual. If you can like us on Facebook or
subscribe
Instagram,
as well. We always never say subscribe, and maybe that's why we don't get any
subscribe. We've got quite a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, we've got a classroom full of them.
Yeah, we do.
There's like 30 people that can fill up a classroom.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Like, it does mean the world to us that you...
Yeah, we're in a bit of a lost situation at the minute in our lives, and the podcast seems to be keeping us going.
Yeah, to be completely honest with you, if I didn't have this podcast, I might have... I don't know what I'd do. That's all I can say. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to stop Callum from doing anything stupid now. So, adios, amigos. Have a good bloody day.